Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Danganronpa. So the last video we did of Danganronpa, and the review highlighted kind of a lot of technical issues that the game was having at that point. And so there was a patch that came out. I want to say like the day before the game actually came out. We did get a pre-release copy of it. So I thought it would be important to actually go through and if there was any fixes, because PC Gamer in their review actually came out, or it might have been Destructoid, one of the two. They came out in their sort of port thing that they did, and they said that there really weren't any technical issues with the game, that they had been ironed out by this patch that came out. I am going to disagree with this, and I will show you guys in a minute why. Let it be known, there are some pretty heavy spoilers here, so if you do not want to get the game spoiled for you, don't watch this. I'm not going to make a long video here. I actually made another one that the audio just failed completely on. It should be noted, I did, this is after the patch was out. I've restarted, I've stopped XSplit to check and see. Nothing seems to have fixed the issues here. So, like I said, full spoilers from here on out. So, if you are interested in this stuff, understand that basically the same issues that we had in the main game, in the Let's Look At, they're still here. So, let's go in. So, let's just go and talk here to Sakura. And this, I think, will be a really good opportunity to show the issues here. Because I actually had this thing freak the hell out on me the last video. So, we're just going to kind of go through the text, just like normal. I actually had the text, for some reason, get stuck on a speed-up selection. For whatever reason, I don't quite know why. Like, it like, hit the B button on the controller. If you are using the B button, it actually will kind of speed through all the text. So you can kind of see here. Okay, so there's a reason I don't want to speed through the text, because I want you guys to see this. But you might have just seen there, yeah, that same A button issue, that's still there. So you kind of saw there the first two letters, Celeste, yep, there it is. There it is. There it is. I would say, if anything, after this patch, the game got worse. At least it became more noticeable. It felt like you could at least have some amount of conversations without this happening, but since I've tried playing this post-patch, this seems to be consistent. It seems like every single time you go into one of these conversations, even if they're, like it's almost everyone, not necessarily everyone, but it's most of them. At least before the patch, this wasn't every single time. Yeah, I wanted to make a video, and I wanted to, if there was, like, a fix to the issues, I did actually want to correct it. But you guys can see it, like, it's still here, so I ain't issuing no correction. This is the experience that I've had with this game, on the PC at least, and it's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate, because this is, like I said, this is worse, and it is at the point where this is happening, in certain conversations at every A button prompt, like this. This is not, it's not only, like, distracting, but it's actively taking away from the experience. Like, this murder mystery game, not having this, like, good, stuff fixed. I don't think that those people are lying or anything. I don't think they had the issues, that I've had here, but yeah, like, see, this one, like, like, if it's a very short one, you're not going to necessarily have it, but, And then, like, I want to say PC Gamer or somebody said it's like a smooth 60 frames a second. You kind of just saw, like, my frame rate dropped to 30 there. In these hallways, we're below 30 at this point. Even just walking, just like normal, we're only hovering at like 30 frames a second here. So yeah, I mean, I would have gladly accepted that my experience was a fluke and they had fixed it with this patch. However, the patch has not fixed it. And I don't run a late machine. I'm running a 970. Like I said in the initial video where it didn't record, the only thing I could really upgrade at this point would be, like, I can maybe get a new motherboard in there and get a new processor, but, I'm running 16 gig of RAM, I'm running a 970, I'm running a good rig. Like, this thing, I was running The Division earlier today on Ultra, so it's not a slouch, it's a thing that runs well. But yeah, I guess this is a video of me expressing disappointment. I know, like I said, in one of those reviews, they kind of specifically called out to the fact that this patch that they put out, that it fixed it, that it, got all the issues, and that they were not gonna just let this thing go by the wayside. And, to me, this is proof that the issues are still there. And I don't know what's causing this issue. However, my review on it stands. And my let's look at it stands. And this video stands. Like, in its current state, if they come through and they patch stuff, I'm just kind of walking around the halls at this point. If they were to come through and they were to patch this game, let's just run to another area really quickly. I'm just kind of show that it's not just on this floor. If they were to come through and they were to fix this stuff, like, I think this game would be great. Like, I really do. Like, this is a game that deserves a third chance at life. Ooh, just that went really slow. I'm noticing, like, that also, like, transitions kind of are having some frame slowdown. So here we're like 45, 49, decent. The ultimate test, I guess, let's go over here and let's just run it. I know how this is going to go because I already ran this earlier today. The Monokuma machine, which is, or the Monomana machine, which is always where this happened before. So these instances actually seem less. These actually seem way less. I did not have the huge bug outs here as much, but I do have them in the dialogue, which I would way prefer them if these were just here. Fine, whatever, like, at least it's not causing the game itself to become unplayable. I don't know what experiences those guys had, like, it kind of makes me upset that I didn't have that experience. It's weird because, on the podcast we've talked about how, I did not have a bad experience. I had actually an okay experience with, like, with Arkham Knight. Like, my experience with that game was not terrible. So, like, I guess, like, in a way, I kind of, you get one better experience and then you lose it right away, but yeah, like I said, this stuff is way better and it seems to run way smoother, but this isn't where the big problem is. The problem is when you are in the actual game. So yeah, that is our, I guess, second look at. Let's give a second look at kind of a one-off thing that I've had to do here, but yeah, like I said, if it makes me upset because I like this game, I like it a lot, but the experience of playing it here is kind of unplayable. Like, it is. Maybe it's playable, but it's certainly not great. So, and I wish the folks at Spike Chunsoft would have Like, I wish that I knew what the issue was. Like, I wish there was some way to figure this out, and I don't know what the problem is. And yeah, I don't know, man. It just kind of makes me upset. But anyways, thank you guys for coming back. And like I said, not a long video, but just felt the need that I had to show this, if only for my sake, just to get my kind of general thoughts out there on it. Yeah. So, thank you guys for watching.